wedding. Oh, we're all standing up here. Here comes the bride. Chelsea Nielsen and Gary are her stepfather. Stepfather giving Chelsea Nielsen, Jared Ballard.
Well, we welcome you to the wedding of Jared and Chelsea. It is just a perfect day for a perfect couple. And why don't I have you do it? Chelsea, can you come right around here? Just turn a little bit. You can hold each other's hands. Don't let go of that.
I dig it.
It's just an honor to have been asked to perform this marriage. And Chelsea's family is a wonderful family. And I've gotten to know them over a few years. And I've watched Chelsea, and she is good and kind and wonderful. And it's nice to spend some time with Jared this afternoon. I haven't been able to meet him until today. And I kind of dig him. He's a big guy. I see why Chelsea does too.
Yeah.
But he has a great spirit about him. He loves her, and she loves him. And this is an important day. As many of you, if not all of you know, Jared could have been walking in another place today. Instead, he watched his bride walk the aisle up here today. And this is more monumental than that. And I think you chose wisely by doing this today. And it's just a pleasure to be with you. My name is Bishop Swink, and I know Chelsea's mom and her stepfather and her sisters and brother. And it's just a pleasure to be able to be here today. And you picked a perfect day.
Amen.
And I want to just talk for just a minute. I was told that the cooks need a little more time to prepare food, but I think it would be better to just socialize outside of hearing someone speak to you for a while. But I just want to talk about marriage and its importance. We live in a world that marriage isn't treated very importantly. And it's treated kind of like a commodity at the grocery store. And it's not that. Today we're here, and it's nice to have met Jared's family. And family comes all the way from Colorado. It's all about family.
Amen.
And to have a marriage solemnized today and to start a family is a wonderful thing. And it's an important thing that's done. And it's not something that is taken lightly. And as you talked with Jared, I saw some of his buddies as I came in. And I was looking for him, trying to track him down, and said he's the nervous one walking down that way. And so he knows how serious this is, and they're not doing this lightly. They've thought a lot about this. We've talked about this, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing that they're doing today on this beautiful spring day. I want to talk for just a minute about marriage and family, because it really is the root of happiness. As I've seen Jared interacting with his parents and his family, there's a lot of love there. And those are the people who are around. And it's wonderful to have family. And can you imagine life without your family? It would be a pretty bad thing. Universal happiness, and don't fall asleep on me in the back row. Can you hear me okay, by the way? I did 2 thumbs up. Maybe they can hear me just enough to zone out. Almost any good man and any good woman can have happiness and a successful marriage if both are willing to pay the price. As I talked with Kyle earlier, he talked about how good marriage is, and sometimes it's hard. But anything worthwhile takes effort. Now, Chandra, you run. You still running?
Yes.
And that's not much fun.
No.
But there's a huge payoff for the price you put into that, right? And Jared's mountain bike. And you know how it is the first of the season when you go on your first mountain bike ride. That hurts. Now, marriage is a little different than those things, but you do have to pay a price. But when you do, the the reward at the end of a half marathon, for instance. Pretty great, isn't it? Or after a long, good, hard ride. There is satisfaction. And marriage is that way, but many, many times those less unimportant things, it brings much happiness. And more happiness than you can have in any other way. I agree with President Kimball. I want to give you a formula today. So, and I'll give you a copy of this, so if you're not listening, that's okay. But there really is a formula to happiness. And part of that requires you paying a price and helping each other and loving each other and sacrificing each other. But the first part they've already done, the selection of a spouse who is at the pinnacle of perfection. And you two believe that about each other. They both have wonderful qualities. They're bright, they're intelligent, they're good looking. Both of them, they are at the pinnacle of perfection. And that does play into a little of it today. So they've done well, and they're committed, and they want success in their life, and they want to be happy. So you two have already done that hard work, and that's the first element of a successful marriage and a happy marriage. The second is the real challenge, because when a wife comes along and someday children, you'll want to go on those long mountain bike rides, but Chelsea may need you to stay home and help with something, and you may have to sacrifice that wonderful day in the outdoors for your wife and your family. But unselfishness, there has to be great unselfishness in any happy marriage, and I'm going to quote this because it's worth reading closely. Total unselfishness is sure to accomplish another factor in a successful marriage. If one is forever seeking their own interests, their own comforts, their own happiness, the love found in courtship and cemented in marriage will grow into mighty proportions. So if you seek the interest of your wife and what makes her happy, the love that you have today will grow and grow and grow and flower and bud, just like the trees are. They're green today. But just like marriage, if you neglect each other and sacrificing that, it doesn't take a plant very long to wilt, does it? It needs constant nourishment of water and good soil, and that's what you give to each other by watching out for each other and making sure their needs are met. And there's greater happiness found in that than just doing your own selfish desires. So keep that in mind. That is a real key ingredient to any happy marriage, is making those kind of sacrifices for your spouse. Okay, the next one. You guys still date? Still go out? Maybe eat? Maybe take her on a picnic? Your continued dating and courtship is really important. Again, it feeds that relationship. It shows Chelsea that she's important. It shows Jared that he's important when you plan or show up, maybe at work, and bring him a candy bar. But those things are important to do. You don't let those go. And successful marriages, and we've all seen them, we know people who are happy, involve that element of looking out for each other and dating and spending time together. We can't just go into a solitude mode and not spend time with each other, or spend all of our time at work, for instance, or at church, or wherever, school, PTA, whatever it takes you in your life ahead. You've got to find time for each other. So I'd encourage you to do that. The fourth is fairly religious. I know we have several religions here today, and I think it is fundamental for all of us when we keep God's commandments, we're happier. If we go out and violate the 10 commandments, I've done it, I'm not as happy. You know what I mean? I remember stealing candy as a kid from 7-Eleven. It didn't make me any happier. While I chewed the gum, it was great, but keeping God's commandments, and Jared played in a band in a church. I don't know how many of you know that. But God's commandments, and Chelsea, you're familiar with God's commandments. As you keep those, you will be happy. Have each other by the right hand. Jared William Ballard and Chelsea Jean Nielsen. You have taken one another by the right hand in a token of the covenant you will make, and now enter into in the presence of God and these witnesses. Jared William Ballard, do you take Chelsea Dean Nelson as your lawfully wedded wife, and do you of your own free will and choice covenant as her companion and lawfully wedded husband, that you will cleave unto her and none else, that you will observe all the laws, covenants, and obligations pertaining to this holy state of matrimony, and that you will love, honor, and cherish her as long as both of you shall live?
I do.
Chelsea B. Nelson, do you take Jared William Ballard as your lawfully wedded husband, and do you, of your own free will and choice, covenant as his companion and lawfully wedded wife, that you will cleave unto him and none else, that you will observe all the laws, covenants, and obligations pertaining to this holy state of matrimony, and that you will love, honor, and cherish him as long as both of you shall live? By virtue of the legal authority vested in me as an elder of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, I pronounce you Jared William Ballard and Chelsea Dean Ballard, husband and wife, legally and lawfully wedded for the period of your mortal life. May God bless you in your union, with joy in your posterity and a long life of happiness together. And may He enable you to keep the sacred covenant He has made. These blessings I invoke upon you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ.
Amen.
And now kiss each other as husband and wife.
Oh.
Woo! Yeah! Woo!
The grandparents and parents come forward and congratulate him. And is there anything else I'm missing? I'm not above being told what to do. So, anything else? Why don't we have the family come forward now and congratulate Dad?
Thank you very much.
Oh.
All right.
Ted? Sarah?
Need a chair.
Tracy? Tyler? Maddie just walked in front.
Okay.
Bailey?
No, I have to do that.
Marissa? Kyle? Taylor? Grandma? Keith? Harriet? Bailey? Larissa? Kyle? Taylor? Maggie. Catherine. I'm sure. Brianna.
I didn't know your little name was
Chelsea and Maddie.
He was the same way when he was that age. I'll just tell you a story.
Kyler.
Oh. You didn't know what was going to come out
Mike.
of his mouth.
Ben.
I'm going.
Jeanette, I think.
That's her aunt.
Who, hon?
Her aunt. Julie's sister.
Julie's sister, which is Dame.
Are you going to let the rest of the
Did you get the people in the background, what they're doing back there?
I have.
Brothers and sisters?
This is a movie, huh?
I know.
Oh.
They're her brothers and sisters.
Oh, I see.
It's kind of sweet. I thought you'd like to see that.
Okay. Woo, woo, woo! Yeah!